Angie Layton from the hit show Survivor Philippines. On behalf of this office, I want to personally thank you for joining us. You are about to learn the answers to one of the biggest health secrets out there. It's a secret to staying young. What you're about to experience has both changed and improved my life for the better, and it's my pleasure to be able to share what I have learned with you. Welcome to How to Stay Young, the first 100 years.
Marline HTSY, and I'm with Farkas Chiropractic Clinic. I want to welcome you to a class that I believe will make a huge difference in the enjoyment of your lives and the lives of your family. I want to talk to you about how to stay young the first 100 years. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, the title sounds a little catchy, but do I really need to know how to stay young for the first 100 years? It sounds a little far-fetched and a little ambitious. Well, it's really not. You need to start thinking about what it means for you and your family to live a long time. Let's take a look at some facts.
In the year 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there is no question that this was because many people died when they were very young. We didn't have the kind of cures, and we didn't provide the kind of health care that we provide today. But that is the point. The chances of living a long, healthy life were much less back then. That brings us to today, where the average lifespan is 77.6 years old and growing. In a recent study reported on the Today Show, scientists from the University of Texas revealed that by the year 2050, there will be over 800,000 Americans over the age of 100, and many will be living to 150. So what does that mean to you and I in this class? It means your kids need to know more about how to stay young the first 100 years, because that is how long they're going to live. And what about us? How long are we going to live? According to the data compiled by the Social Security Administration, a man reaching age 65 today can expect to live, on average, until age 84. A woman turning age 65 today can expect to live, on average, until age 87. And those are just averages. About 1 out of every 4 65-year-olds today will live past age 90, and 1 out of 10 will live past age 95. So all of us should be concerned with how to stay young the first 100 years of our life. The Office for National Statistics show a girl born this year has a 1 in 3 chance of reaching their 100th birthday, while boys have a 1 in 4 chance. Even the Department for Work and Pensions have recently released a report detailing new information concerning life expectancy. The report data shows that today's 20-year-olds are 3 times more likely to reach the age of 100 than their grandparents, and are even twice as likely as their parents. Compared to a baby born in 1931, the children of today are almost 8 times more likely to turn 100. So, statistically speaking, most of your family is going to need to know how to live and stay young for 100 years.
So, yes, this is a topic you and your family needs to know about. If we're going to live a long time past 100, and many of us are, we need that long life to be a quality long life. We don't merely just want to exist. We want to be able to live and work and play. We need that quality life. So since we're going to live a long time past 50, what happens to us after 50? Long life reveals that we're going to have some major areas of health concerns after the age of 50 if we don't do something before we are 50 to prevent these problems. These are health concerns that we haven't had to worry about because we hadn't had enough people living long enough to make it a priority. For instance, today we are continually being confronted with the devastation of mental disease like Alzheimer's. Now, most of our family has had to face this. This disease didn't just start the last 10 years. We are just seeing a lot more now because we're living longer. Dementia doesn't usually come on a person under 50. So, since we're going to live to be the chances are absolutely huge that we're going to live long past 50, we need to take precautions so we can still use our mind when we get there. Another example is in taking care of our skin. More and more people are trying to correct the wrinkle problems that come with growing older. problem we have seen come about with the increased lifespan is the increase in musculoskeletal problems. In other words, your mobility function. We can't move like we used to. Our world is filled with stair lifts, walkers, electric wheelchairs, and handicapped parking spaces. We are the first generation to witness the ramifications to mobility that long life has created. It reveals that we have done nothing to preserve and protect our musculoskeletal system. So let's take a look at the results of our neglect.
Here's an amazing fact. The most common cause of functional disabilities in persons of over 50 years of age is spinal disorders. This is because most of the population has done absolutely nothing to prevent spinal disorders. Most people who have pursued chiropractic care have waited until they were in crippling pain first. You would think everybody is planning on dying before they were 50 because nobody is making the effort to prevent the number one health problem for people over 50, spinal disorders. We do nothing for our kids and nothing for ourselves until we can't move. Then we go see a chiropractor. Maybe we should take a poll right now while we can. Do you plan on living past the age of 50? Do you think your family will live past 50? Frankly, the statistics are on your side and show that you will. This means we need to live like we are going to live past the age of 50 and take care of what we know is going to happen unless we do something about it. Let's look at an example. If your house was going to be broken into and somebody was going to steal all of your possessions, but you knew who was planning on committing this crime, and you also knew when they were going to do it, and I even told you about it, would you do something about it to stop it? Or would you just let it happen? Of course you would do something about it. You would do whatever it takes to stop it. Well, that is what we are going to do in this class. Now I am able to tell you what is going to rob you of your functional capacities, still your ability to move, and when it's going to happen. And believe me, it's going to make you feel old and look old. Are you going to do something about it? Would you do it for your kids, your spouse? Or are you just going to let it happen to your whole family? Of course not. Let's prevent it. Just like we would prevent somebody from breaking into your home if we could. I think we all agree we should work harder to prevent our health and ability to function from being stolen from us. Think about this. If we lose our mobility at age 65 and live to 105, that is 40 years of immobility and pain. Don't let this happen to you.
Let's take a look at some areas of improvement that we have made to healthcare. Look at the advances we've made in tooth decay. We used to have a lot more cavities and loss of teeth years prior. We take so much better care of our teeth today with all the types of care measures, and our teeth are lasting longer and causing us less pain. More and more people are also living with fewer wrinkles. That's right, there's been an increase, a 465% increase in the amount of people wanting to get rid of wrinkles just since 1997. Wow, 12 million people had cosmetic adjustments last year to get rid of another ramification of getting older, wrinkles. Well, now I'm all for us having longer lasting teeth and fewer wrinkles, but I think all of us will agree, if you can't move, a lack of mobility will make us look older than crow's feet. The only reason we respond to our teeth and our wrinkles before our spine and our joints is for the simple fact. If our spine were on our face, we would take better care of it. We don't wait till our teeth fall out before we take care of them, and we must not wait till our back goes out to take care of it either. We take preventative steps to take care of our pearly whites, and we must take preventative steps to take care of our back. So we will have good mobility, since the chances are we're going to live 30 to 40 years past the age of 50. Why is this even more important than your teeth?
Whenever I would take my children to the dentist, I was always thrilled when they got a good report. No cavities, they are fine. They got their teeth cleaned and we were done. But I never thought we were done for life. Our dentist never said, "Great checkup, no need to come back again. You are done." In fact, if they had said that, I would have gone somewhere else because I want to keep my kids' teeth in good condition. I want our dentist to properly maintain my kids' teeth so they have their teeth for life. So it made perfect sense to me when my doctor of chiropractic explained that dental health isn't the only thing that requires maintenance. In fact, our mobility and ability to function in life will be even more important to us than our teeth as we get older. Why? We can get new teeth, but we can't get a new spine. Now I get it. Maintenance is even more true for chiropractic care than it is for dental care. And that's why I make sure that my entire family regularly receives chiropractic care.
Because there's no such thing as a spine transplant, you can get a new set of teeth and there are many other organs that can be replaced. But if you don't take care of your spine, there is no going back like you can with teeth. There is no crown or replacement. You just live with the pain. And don't forget, this isn't limited to back pain. You cannot get a new neck either. 1 in every 3 people suffers today with neck pain past the age of 50. Let's see a raising of hands. How many of you would like to use your neck without experiencing pain past the age of 50? Pretty big club. Now, if 1 out of every 3 had bad neck pain and 85 out of 100 suffered from back pain, that is about as high statistics I would think anyone would want to see to be convinced that we must do something to prevent this. But just in case you need a little more convincing, let's take a look at what will happen if we don't do anything about it. Let's see what happens if we just let nature take its course. Take a look at this mobility scale. The numbers on the bottom of the screen represent your age. The numbers alongside the screen represent the percentage of maximum mobility that you have. In other words, if we take a look at the graph where you see the blue line, you can see that you reach 100% mobility or maximum mobility at the age of 23. Now look at that blue line of what happens if we just let nature take its natural course. You can see here that you will lose about 50% of the ability that you had when you were 23 at 50. I'm sure that any of us around the age of 50 can testify that having 50% of your mobility that you had when you were 23 is pretty conservative. Now, look at the graph and see how it drops like a rock. By the time we are 60, we only have 25% of the mobility that we had. Now, the big question to this revealing graph is, can this scale be changed? Can we alter the result? Or do we have to accept this as it is? Well, the good news is with preventative care, we can make a big improvement to this scale. Take a look at the red line on this graph of what happens if we just let nature take its natural course. And then let's look at the green line of how we can change that with some preventative care. On this green line, you can see where your mobility can actually be held at 75% through the age of 80 based on normal wear and tear. Now, that is what you want, isn't it? That's what you want for your family as well. If we're going to be here, we want to be able to move and function, so why not get preventative chiropractic care for you and your whole family to make this happen? One thing you might be thinking is, how does chiropractic work to help me with my mobility, my health, and my wellness? The greatest healer we have is our own body. We don't realize what a magnificent healer the body is. The brain tells the organs and other body parts what to do through the nerves. It is the body's phone line. This is how we get good movement, quick quick body response, and good healing and health. Health problems occur when the communication is cut off or interfered with just like we experience with our cell phones today with a drop call or interference. The main thing which prevents health and healing is in our bodies is nerve interferences through the misalignments of the spine, preventing communication between the organs, the brain, and all body parts. These misalignments also cause mobility restrictions and slows down the body responses. Chiropractic works by removing the misalignments and moves the interference, restoring and the communication the body needs for health and healing, 100% performing and function. We treat a lot of kids in our office, and I think you can see why. We need to prevent these future health problems before there's permanent damage. And because we treat so many kids in the office, we have made a video just for them to explain why and how chiropractic works. It's so simple to understand. I want to show you an excerpt from it now. You're about to meet one of our very special patients, and her name is Brittany. We are going to travel inside Brittany's brain to see how chiropractic works.
Hello, I'm Brittany's brain. I run the show here for Brittany. I make sure everybody does their job. I control how well Brittany moves by communicating to all the parts of the body. In fact, she can't move or play without me. I keep track of all her organs and make sure they're doing their job. I even tell the body how to heal itself. As an example, did you ever wonder how the body knows what to do when you cut yourself? How does it stop the bleeding? How does the skin grow back together and not even leave a mark once it is healed? You can't even see where it was. Yep, that's me. Natural healing is the best kind of healing there is. I tell the body what to do, and it does it. You must be thinking, wow, that sounds like a big job. How do you do it? Well, we all work together perfectly, as long as I have good communication with every part in the body. This way, Brittany will live healthy and move well for all her activities. She will be great, but I totally rely on an amazing communication system to make it happen. I communicate to her entire body through a super fast wire system called nerves. And these nerves are protected inside a case called the spine. I talk to all the parts of the body through Brittany's nerves that travel out from the spine. Brittany's health and performance is totally dependent upon my super fast nerve communication with them. My messages must get through, and they must not be dropped. For example, when Brittany wants to play her musical instruments, I message her fingers and tell them when to move and where to move exactly like Brittany wants them to. When she plays sports, I message her legs and feet and toes and tell them when to move and how fast to move according to what Brittany wants. It works perfectly every time, unless I lose communication with the toes or any other body part and my message gets blocked. Then I can't tell them what to do. That can be terrible. When that happens, depending on which body part gets blocked, it can sometimes make Brittany feel sick, or be in pain, or be unable to move or function like she usually does. It can keep her from playing as well in school or sports or in the band. So what causes my messages to get blocked? Brittany has lots of activities during the day that can sometimes affect my super fast nerve wire message system. Falls, jerks, spins, runs, all kinds of things which can cause a breakup in my nerve communication wire. The wire gets pinched, and then my messages are blocked. This is unacceptable. I have to keep good communication with all the parts, or I can't do my job. So, what do we need to do? That is when I tell Brittany to call her chiropractor. Her chiropractor knows how to remove the interference in the nerve wire, so my messages will go through, so that I keep good communication with my body parts, and I keep Brittany in good health and full mobility. How does the doctor of chiropractic do this? Through what they call an adjustment. The adjustment moves the spine back into proper alignment so that it is no longer pinching my nerve line and causing my messages to be blocked. I love our chiropractor, and you should too if you want to make sure your super fast message system works well so you can have good health. This is a doctor who uses the best source of healing in the world. Us. Your brain, your body, natural healing. Your body is the greatest source of healing in the world, thanks to me and your chiropractor. Thanks for stopping by.
So as you can see from our children's video, life itself and all of our activities causes misalignments and nerve interference, which restricts our mobility and health and healing. The real problem is that most people have left this condition untreated their whole life. They wait for pain or permanent damage before doing something about it. So today you see a population of people walking around in pain with severe limited mobility after 50. What is the solution to this number one problem? Chiropractic removes the misalignments and nerve interference that allowing freedom of mobility, quick body responses, and good health and healing communications to all parts of the body. Chiropractic is your foundation for wellness. A lifetime of chiropractic wellness is where what we want for your life to change the mobility scale. That is what you want, isn't it? Well, maybe even as I'm talking, I can hear the thoughts running through some of your minds right now. You say, I knew it. I had heard that a chiropractor would want you to come back for the rest of your life. Well, you may be right, but before you make any judgments, I want you to hear 2 short testimonials that will answer that question for you.
The only criticism I ever had about chiropractic care is that the doctor wanted me to keep coming back, even after I felt great. That seemed like a ripoff to me at first. It didn't make any sense. I thought, if chiropractic really works, it ought to be able to get me to where I feel great, and I would stay that way for the rest of my life. That is the way all other healthcare works, right? It's funny. When I was thinking those thoughts in my mind, they sounded so logical. But when I said it out loud to the doctor, I realized what a foolish thought it was. It's impossible. The truth is, no other healthcare works like that. For example, if I spend 6 months going to the gym and getting in shape, once I have built up those muscles, according to my first logic, my muscles would just stay that way. I am done for life. Once I am in great shape, it requires no maintenance. I never have to go back to the gym again. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't, and neither does my health and wellness. It is obvious. I am never done. Of course, I have to keep coming back. My health requires maintenance, and for the most effective results possible, I choose chiropractic care.
I used to think I was invincible. It's hard to believe when you're young that you won't always be young. I thought I could reach the age of 30 and just stay that way. Age is all in the mind, we used to say. Well, that didn't work. Oh, don't get me wrong, your mind and attitude is important, but it can't be used as an excuse for neglect. If you don't maintain your body and skeletal system, life will take a much higher toll. Age can be cruel. You need to do everything you can to prevent the loss and deterioration of your health and body. Don't wait till you've already lost it. Trust me, you can lose your ability to enjoy the activities of life due to a lack of prevention and care over a period of years. Just look around. The television's full of ads for walk-in bathtubs, chairlifts for the stairs, and motorized wheelchairs. Is that where you want to spend literally 40 years of your life because of a lack of maintenance and prevention? Not me. I not only want good health for myself, I want it for my kids and my grandkids. I want all of us getting regular chiropractic care. Yes, I want to keep coming back, and that's why I do keep coming back. I want everyone I meet to learn and know how to stay young, and that chiropractic care is what works for me.
I think it's time for you to be honest. There isn't any doctor who has or should recommend that you ignore your health till there's a problem. No doctor could recommend that you never come back to see them, and we can't either, because it wouldn't be what you need to enjoy life. Now, be assured, we don't want you coming in any more times than you have to. Our adjustment rooms are full as it is. The purpose of our recommendation is to change the mobility scale for your life. I think that if we can't remove our we can't remove your wrinkles or make your teeth stay white, but we sure can make it much more possible for you to move so you can work and play and stay young the first 100 years of your life. Obviously, you and your family need to come in and be evaluated for a simple, easy, and healthy plan towards preventing a lifetime of immobility. The good news is, with a little preventative care, you can change the mobility scale and eliminate much of their pain management in later years. But listen, you should know this isn't something I feel you must do for wellness. It is something that you and I must do. I'm a patient and so is my family. I know I sound really passionate about this, but here is why. We had a couple of patients in their mid-90s who were mobile and active and came into our office for treatment with debilitating low back pain. We treated them, and now they act like they're in their 60s. One of them had a relapse, and the doctor asked him what happened, and he said he was crawling under a house. He's a retired contractor. I think that this is, so you can see the chiropractic care, the preventative care helped them. So this is more than a class for me. It's my chosen foundation of wellness and health. So here's what I would do today if I were you. To illustrate how sincere we are about preventative care, I will be right here in the back. I have my appointment schedule book with me with available times for you and your family. As I said, we want to put your health, their health, and their future ahead of everything else. To show you how serious we are about this, we will allow you and your family to have complete first day services, which include exam and x-ray if necessary, all for a total cost of $20. And we will donate that $20 to all Children's Hospital. This allows you and your family to get started and to see for yourself how much it can mean to your health so it's not a cost issue to you. To take advantage of this opportunity, you must schedule with me today. We have to keep it simple and confined to those that are here. If you also want to schedule a family member under the same special offer, I know you don't know your schedule, but I'll tell you that if the time you schedule for them doesn't work out, all they need to do is call the office and we will change the time for them. It's that simple. Well, I hope you have enjoyed, and most importantly, plan on doing everything you need to stay young the first 100 years. Thanks for coming.